Hey everybody, it's Suzanne. I am making candles today, so I'll be doing a couple videos. What I would like to do in these candle videos is give you a tip of something that I've learned along the way, or I've read and then I started doing it and I like doing it that way. So hopefully, if my brain is working fine, I will remember to give you like a tip of the day. So today I have my jars in this old baking pan that I'm using, and I put it up in the oven. I just had it on warm, so I'm just warming the jars, and I did that for like a half an hour. It's not like a big exact thing. I just warmed the jars a little bit because they were cold, and I figured, and I did read that, and it does help to do that, so I figured I would give that little tip to you. And in my previous videos, I show you what I'm doing here with putting my wicks in the tins. If you're wondering what I'm doing, just go back and view some of those beginner videos that I've got up on wicks. There's all different kinds you can use, and you see what I'm using today. And I also tell you about the clothespins or this. So, the tip of the day is, if you're using jars, just like warm them in the oven on the lowest setting that you have, like nothing above 125 degrees. And I read that somewhere, and I started doing it, and I haven't had any problem with how the candle looks. It's nice on the glass. These I did yesterday and the day before. So, but they don't leave any big spots or anything like that. And I think maybe they were right when they said like warm the jars. So I thought I would give you that little tip. The other thing is, after I do this today, I'm going to put a video up there on how to calculate how much wax do you need to melt. That's kind of sort of easy. However many ounces in your containers. These are 6 ounces. So if I just wanted to do just 6, so 6 times 6 is 36, so that's how much wax I would melt. But it's kind of sort of common sense. Alright, so I will be doing a video next on fragrance, how to calculate that, and so look for that. And then I'm also going to be doing video on your melt tart candles too. So be sure to look for that. And I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I am back. I have my wax melted now, so I can continue on, carry on. The thing with the Soya, it's the Q210. So that's basically what I've been working with the last few days. But if by chance you made candles, maybe like, I would say roughly like 2009 or 2010, somewhere in through that time, we used to buy a lot of CB135, and it's a soy wax that was popular back then. But they discontinued that, and in place of it, the Q210, the Soya Q210, is used in place of that. So that's another good thing that you might remember, the CB135. But like I said, that's discontinued. The other thing I mentioned in the other video is with the Q210, you want to make sure that your wicks are the LX ones. I hope you can see that all right. It's LX, not the HTP ones. Those, you can use those, but they make a mushroom kind of a wick at the end when you blow them out. You've seen them because we've all bought them in the stores where it's a great big little mushroom at the end. Well, with the Q210, the HTP wicks don't work that well. Not saying that it's absolutely out of the question, but you just want to keep that in mind, and you go with the LX ones. Okay, so this is a really nice wax. It adheres nice to the glasses and to your different jars. You can make votives with them. You can make tea lights with them. The 210 is really good. It's also used for cosmetic purposes, for wax massages and things like that. So the Q210 works good for that. And I do get that at Candle Science. So if you do need to buy any, or wherever you do buy your candle stuff. But it's good for massage, so it's good for cosmetic. It throws a nice scent. It adheres nicely to the glass. Good for pouring. Melted at like 170, 175, 180, somewhere that's where it melts. And then you pour it at 145 or 135. It's not an exact. It doesn't have to be 145. It can be like 135, 36, 37, and so on. And the fragrance is at 12%, but you can use anywhere between 6 and 12 depending on your fragrance. And usually it'll say on their candles like 3 to 10, soaps 3 to 6%, that is. Lotions 1 to 2. So the it'll always tell you on the labeling like what temperature it flashes at and all that stuff. And so okay, I am making, let's see, I think that's good. I will give this 5 stars. This is good. I use this a lot. I use other ones too, but I use this a lot. So, I've got my, let me just see, what's this temperature? 146. So that's good. You want to pour slowly. I've got lavender this time. And if you're making candles to give away, don't forget the caution labels. Or if you're making them to sell, people need to know that they need to keep them away from children and all that stuff. So make sure you put a caution label on there. Be careful when burning. And you all know that. Let me just see why this wants to just fall in there. Okay. And the other thing, sometimes I have warmed these jars. My oven doesn't go really low, so I just put it on warm. And I had them in there for like a half an hour or something like that. Not exactly a half hour, but it was a short time. So I didn't bake it for like a couple hours or anything like that. But anyway, so I just warmed these jars up. They're not cold, they're just kind of warm. And I'm pouring the wax in there, so it's in a nice warm jar. And that seems to work out good. If you pour slowly, you won't get that funnel in the middle, or that cave in the middle. So these are lavender scented, thus the color purple. And well, let me tell you about that. So the blocks, the wax blocks for the color dyes, I've already whittled at that a little bit, but that I get them at Candle Science. So that you just kind of got to go by what you like. If you like it a lighter, you know, purple, or you like it more lavender, then don't use so much. And per pound of wax, you'll get where you know how much you want to put in there. And wherever you buy your wax from might give recommendations. And so I've used different wax centers. You'll see they have these black things here. Those I've had for umpteen million years. Maybe not umpteen, but pretty close to that. I've had them for a long time. And I like the popsicle, or not the tongue depressors. I like them because once they get nasty and stuff, you can just throw them away. They're so cheap. But let's see here. Measuring your wax, maybe I didn't measure exactly, so I have a little bit left over, which is fine because you always got to make a couple for yourself, and so that's what the votives are for. And tea lights, also tea lights are really good. Later on I have a video coming up on some tips on fragrance, and I also will be making some melting for your warmers, some tarts. So I will be doing that here too, and you can look for those videos. And so, and this fragrance here is lavender. Maybe I already told you that. Lavender Fields. So, I think that's about it. So, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up and a like. Ask questions in the comment section if you want. Feel free to do that. Please subscribe so I can get to my 500 subscriber goal, and then I'm actually going to be asking you to help me to get to 1,000 so I can get sponsors and stuff and do more. And so please subscribe and give me thumbs up, and don't feel that you're bothering me or anything. Ask questions. If I can help you out, I certainly will. And thank you for watching.